In a quiet village nestled at the foot of misty mountains, there lived an old woman named Ilara. Known as the Seer, she was both revered and feared by the villagers. Her small cottage was filled with ancient artifacts, dried herbs, and a peculiar object that caught everyone's attention, a tall, silver-framed mirror covered by a heavy black cloth. The villagers whispered that the mirror held strange powers. It was said to reveal the true nature of anyone who dared look into it. Many sought Ilara's wisdom for advice, but avoided the mirror, afraid of what it might show. One day, a young nobleman named Edwin arrived at the village. Dressed in fine silks and riding a white stallion, he exuded wealth and confidence. Yet behind his polished exterior, he hid a troubled heart. Edwin had inherited great fortune, but was tormented by the belief that his wealth defined him. He wanted to know if there was more to him than gold and privilege. Hearing of Ilara's mirror, Edwin approached her cottage. The old woman opened the door, her eyes sharp yet kind, as if she could see straight into his soul. "You've come for the mirror," she said, motioning him inside. Edwin hesitated, his pride wavering. "They say it shows the truth. Can it tell me who I really am?" Ilara chuckled softly. "The mirror does not lie, but the truth it shows is not always easy to bear." Steeling himself, Edwin nodded. "I must know." "No," Edwin exclaimed, stepping back. "This can't be me." Ilara placed a gentle hand on his shoulder. "The mirror reveals the parts of us we refuse to see, but do not despair, for it also shows the seeds of who we can become." Edwin looked again, this time noticing something he had overlooked, a golden light glowing faintly in his chest. It pulsed softly, growing brighter as he stared. The image in the mirror shifted once more, showing him helping the poor, leading with humility, and finding joy in genuine connections. "What is this light?" he whispered. "It is your potential," Ilara said. "The mirror shows not only your flaws but the greatness within you. You are not bound by your past, Edwin. You can choose to nurture this light." Humbled and inspired, Edwin knelt before the old woman. "Thank you, Ilara. I see now that my wealth is not my worth. I will strive to be better." From that day on, Edwin changed. He used his fortune to uplift others, building schools and homes for the poor. He returned often to the village to seek Ilara's counsel, always remembering the lesson of the mirror. And in her quiet cottage, the wise old woman continued to guide those brave enough to face the truth, the mirror of truth waiting silently for the next seeker. Have you ever faced a moment where the truth about yourself felt difficult to accept? Like Edwin, we all carry hidden parts of ourselves that can shape our future. Embrace the challenge of self-reflection and discover the potential within you. Share your thoughts on the mirror of truth and how facing your own truths can transform your life. Let's learn some interesting words from this story. Revered, meaning highly respected. Example, Ilara was revered for her wisdom. Peculiar, meaning strange. Example, the peculiar mirror fascinated everyone. Tormented, meaning suffering emotionally. Example, Edwin was tormented by his wealth. Steeling, meaning preparing mentally. Example, he steeled himself to face the truth. Reflection, meaning image in a mirror. Example, Edwin's reflection changed before his eyes. Despair, meaning loss of hope. Example, Edwin felt despair when he saw his past. Compassion, meaning sympathy for others. Example, he learned compassion after seeing the truth. Potential, meaning ability to grow. Example, the mirror showed his hidden potential. Humility, meaning modesty. Example, Edwin learned humility from the mirror's lesson. Uplift, meaning to improve. Example, Edwin used his wealth to uplift others. Subscribe to Fairy Tale Spell for more stories that inspire growth, mindfulness, and self-discovery. Let's create a world where everyone learns to celebrate their own light.